Subscribe to Explore Kids channel for more educational video.
Hello, everyone, and welcome you all. I know we have been away for a while, but then we are back again, and we have a very special thing to share with you all. And we have something really special to tell you guys. But before we actually start, I would like to tell you all that the book is free till 16th of August, and you are like we urge you to go and download it, because once you download it in the Kindle app or in your Kindle, it's gonna be there in your Kindle app and the device.
Mhm.
So you can read it later, but if it's free, why not make use out of it and just download the book? So as you all know, we have scheduled this live especially to talk to the author, have some colloquial conversations, and tell our audience how the book journey and all has been. So we have Nilshri with us today. Hi Nilshri.
Hi,
So how are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good.
So how are you feeling? Tell me first. How are you feeling right now? Coming on the page live, speaking about the book.
I feel very happy and I'm very satisfied to self-publish this book. And the main thing is, yes, we made this page approximately 1.5 year ago. That was the time when the book initially released. I would say the first edition or the first volume, and it's the same thing. I would say with a little bit of uh, changes that I've added, and I self-published it this time. So taking back the rights from the publisher, and then it took a while for me to figure it out, but we have finally achieved it. That's what I would say.
Wow, that's really great. Like I have been seeing you throughout. I know what went in, went out, right, left, here and there. So tell me, how was the experience? Like, getting first, choosing something for the first and then not working out. Did it demotivate you anything, or you were all pumped up and then you chosen another path to do the same?
Uh, See, initially, this being my first book, although now I can say I have 6 titles under my name, but then first things are always special because they give you the best lessons of life. That's what I feel. So, with this book, I will say I have experimented everything. So initially going with the publisher and then canceling all the publishing rights, then self-publishing it, and now it is available on Kindle as well as in paperback format as well as ebook format. So yes, this book has been the elder and the stronger child, I would say, for like a mother. It has always there. So it has. Tolerated everything that went throughout the process. Initially, when when I realized that I'm not happy with the way the publisher is working and things did not go as per my expectations, I was little disappointed. But I did not know that there is this way of canceling the rights and then self-publishing it again with a different ISPN. I thank to people who have been with me throughout this journey, who have guided me timely. So the first name I would like to say here, mention here, and I have taken that name in the acknowledgement as well. Bharti sir was the one who, uh, you know, told me about this process, that if you are not happy with the publisher, this is the thing you can do. And since then, there has been no stopping. So now I think self publishing is the thing for me.
Very true, very true. I must say that this book is like a baby who has survived a lot and it's now living its dream.
Yeah.
suffered and survived a lot, suffered a lot, but yet it is surviving, and now it's going there out and reaching people. So Nilshi, I want to ask you that there are so many ways available to us. I mean, there are videos, there are blogs, and you can put your thought on the social media platforms and everything. There are so many things that you can do. Why did you choose to put all of your ideas into a book and publish a book?
I have been saying this multiple times now, and uh, the thing with the books is they will remain there forever. So you never know. So see, website is there, blogs are there, then videos are there, but then these things are limited to the apps only or to their respective platforms only. If tomorrow we say nothing is there, but a physical presence of book will still be there. So I think for every author who writes and gets his work published, it's a legacy that they are leaving behind. Whether it's a fiction work or non-fiction or anything that they are getting published, it's a legacy that they are leaving behind. It's a mindset, it's a thought process that they are leaving behind. And I think it is equally important. So if you consider the point of being eco-friendly and then switching to digital platforms to read books, ebooks, I'm very happy with that as well. As far as they are there forever, like forever, they don't just shut down one day and there's nothing, no backup at all. So in that case, I would say having a hard copy of your own book is like a charm that you will nourish for the rest of your life. So that is the reason why I thought of getting it published under my name with my copyrights and all the rights reserved to me only.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. So, Nilshi, I have been like throughout the process, but now it's time to tell your journey to the people. I mean, first thing I want to tell you, like I want you to tell us that the how difficult it is. People think it's very easy to just publish a book, but the effort when it goes, the effort that goes in self-publishing a book, where you are everything. You are the editor, you are the person who is doing the layout and cover and putting page numbers. So please tell us about that.
Okay, so to start with this book only, because this being my first book, object plus if is equal to I. Uh, this book is a product of thoughts that I used to put on my Facebook page. So one day I got a recommendation from one of my readers saying, this is a book worthy content and it should go. I am not sure what the format will be and how you're going to put it across. But then, yes, this is a book worthy content. And I was like, okay. So from that time, it had started in mind. This was around the same time, maybe July. And then I thought I'll release the book by September. I gave myself a deadline. So that was the time when I had started researching for publishers and everything. So eventually, I could not properly present the book the way I wanted to. So I gave myself another deadline, which was December. And December was the time when I had finalized publisher and everything, and my manuscript from my end was ready. And I had submitted it to the publisher. It finally came out on 4th of February. So these are only the timelines, but mind you, me being a homemaker and doing everything, every single thing by myself, it took this much time. I'm sure none of the authors. I would say that because I'm sure they're involved in something else also. Only writing cannot be their full time profession as far as my point of view is concerned. So there are multiple things that we keep on doing, and then when it comes to self publishing, just imagine putting your content across, formatting it in the type of book. Second thing is cover design. Third thing is properly uh, what I would say, converting it into all the formats that the respective platform is asking for. Like Renuka, you are aware KDP asks for a different format. Notion will ask for a different format. So there are different formats, and one single manuscript has to go through all those formats, and you don't have to, you cannot jumble those formats with each other, because then the platform keeps on rejecting your manuscript and you are not sure what the reason is. These are very little things, but The very first time this book got published, there was a mistake of page numbers, and a very renowned reviewer who received my book brought it to my notice that there is mistake of page numbers, although it was at the end of the index as well as the book. So, but then a mistake is a mistake, like it is there, you cannot deny the mistake. So these are very little things, but if you think that it's very easy and anybody can do it, so in that case I would request you to give it a try and see if it happens for you. So yeah, it's not easy. Today, sitting here with 6 published book, I can say that. So just imagine, if you are giving it try for the first time, you have to be very careful. And these things, look very little, but then when you actually sit and try to process the whole thing, it's not that easy.
I can completely relate to what you are saying. So, Nilshi, after 6 published books, and if we talk particularly about this book, now it's been a while, it's been released, and some few of the people know you must have got some reviews and compliments and all these things. At this point of time, how do you like market or strategize your marketing, and what is your first thing in your mind that if I want to push my book now when some people already know it? So what is your thoughts and how would you do that?
So, as you have rightly mentioned, this book already had a good 40 to 45 copies sold, and I have nice reviews on Amazon as well, and I personally received them. I've made a separate folder of those creatives, and I have it on my Insta highlights as well. So, yes, I have received some very good reviews, and the the I would say the quality of this book is it's not bound to any age or anything as such. So anybody can pick up any page and start reading, and it will be a pleasant read for anyone who opens it. So second time bringing this book, the intention is I genuinely wanted all the titles under one platform and under one roof, as we would correctly mention. And that was the only reason. Right now, with this book, monetary gain, with this or for any other book of mine for that matter, monetary gain has never been the agenda. I only want it to reach to maximum people so that my work and my name reaches and crosses boundaries. That's what I feel. With every book of mine, monetary benefit has never been the agenda since the start, for that matter.
You just said something that means millions of thoughts compiled together. Because, my grandmother always used to say this, that if you're entering any creative field, may it be art, may it be writing, may it be acting, if you have an intention to get monetary benefit out of it, you are never going to succeed. So there is this whole life with you to earn money, but then if you invest in your creativity to make it more good, to flourish, only and only then automatically these things will come to you. So I think you really spoke something which has a deeper meaning. I hope our audience will understand about this and they'll ponder upon this.
So with these fields, it is like if you want to monetize, so there are people who are earning out of writing. I won't deny that fact. There are content writers and copywriters who are making money out of it. But then that somewhere, for me, this is my personal opinion, that somewhere restricts your creativity. That ties you to one field and one genre and one typical format of writing. But then when you are author, you are free to explore anything and everything. So being an author and being someone who is focusing on monetary benefits, these are two different things. I would say if you're willing to enter into this author world, I would say for time being leave that monetary part aside. And if you find that monetary benefit won't happen, you are already aware, then I would say don't come to this side of the line, stay on this side of line then.
Very true, very true. I mean, I'm just so, you spoke my heart actually. I was like trying to deal with some of the acquaintances from past few days, and I was thinking about how to put this ahead. That so my next question is aligned to something what we spoke right now. So what was your first thing? Did you expect that you want monetization first? I wanted to hear from you. I know what are your thoughts and you just said, but I want you to repeat. So, do you think the monetization part should be coming very first when, if say, I am a newbie and I write a book, should I immediately start expecting monetization out of it?
Nobody can. Even if you go through a publisher or see, when you self publish, it's a different story altogether. As I've already mentioned, it's a one man army, it's a single person doing everything. So, uh, there are going to be flaws. I accept all six books of mine. There would be some or the other flaw. There will be something that is missing, but at least I did everything on my own. That is what I can proudly say today. There's
Hmm.
whatever the credits are, like in Whispers of Bajji, Hunar has illustrated. In Anime Express, I have Polemy as my co-author. So these are the credits that are clearly given. But then, having said that, today I can proudly say everything is done by me. Like nobody else is involved in anything. So being self-published is a different story, and being going through publisher, I might not be the right person to talk about it because I never had that experience. So monetization for any creative field, this is not restricted to writing. For any creative field, monetization should never be the agenda to start writing. In fact, I
Hmm.
myself started writing because I uh, took a maternity break in 2015, and in the start I was very happy that I don't have to work and everything. But then somewhere after 2 years, 2.5, 3 years, I started feeling like I don't have any identity. Like my husband's wife, my kid's mother. That's it. That's what my identity is. No, it can't be like that. It can't be tagged to anyone. It cannot be attached to anyone. It has to be something, uh, you know, s- apart from them, a separate identity of my own. For that, I started writing. It was through a Facebook page, which then changed to my books, then to website, now Authropod, and now podcast. So this has been a flow and it has been a journey. Now, when I look back, it feels like a channel that I was being guided. Maybe there was some force that kept guiding me. But then at the start, also for myself, also the money was never the agenda. Monetization was never the agenda. It was just making my identity. I wanted some recognition of my own. So now I can put the title of author in front of my name.
So, Nish, if I ask you that what you have gained, because what goes in and what comes out. So, what have you gained as an author? There is this question that is coming that if I write a book, what I have gained, because people are expecting me to tell that I have earned this much amount of money and this and that. What as an author you have earned?
I have earned people. I have connected with like-minded people, and I've got some really nice people who have guided me throughout the process. And when I try to explore something new, if there is some leap of faith that I'm supposed to take, so they are those guiding lights who hold me and just go ahead and do whatever. If it works, well and good. If it does not, you at least know what does not work. So gain, I would say monetary gain has been there, but not a significant amount. Like before 2015, I have worked for corporate and I used to get a big fat paycheck every month. And what monthly check used to come, I have not earned that much amount in these 4 years. सो एक महीने का जितना सैलरी होता था उतना भी 4 साल में भी मैं कमा नहीं पाई हूँ तो जस्ट estimate what it could be. I would not prefer to take the number out of my mouth, but then you have to be prepared for these things. If you are, thinking to step into this field, you have to be prepared for these things.
Do you think gaining monetary benefit is an encouragement? Do you consider this as an encouragement?
I do not. No, that won't be. Not for me, at least.
because there are so many of them, not only writing, but then there are other people who directly compare about what work you're doing and how much you're getting paid. So that's how they try to balance out everything. So I'm
I think
really impressed, I must say.
then I am coming from a different world. I know many of them. And, these days, the equations and the mentality, the mindset, everything is about money and monetization. Um, Everybody's trying to fetch money from whatever they know. But there has to be some logic to it. So, for example, if somebody today comes to me and asks for self publishing, I would openly, because see, the one who guided me did not ask me for money, so I would also go ahead and teach them that. But if someone asks me to do it for them, I would charge for it. Like, I'm doing it
Mhm.
for you. If I would have taught you and you were going to do it on your own, I would have appreciated that. Okay, go ahead. Just go log into Notion and see for yourself how the flow goes and how things work. Then if you are asking to me if you want me to do it, I will definitely charge for it. It's not coming for
Very
free.
true.
When I'm investing
Very
my
true.
time. I'm doing it for you. It's a service.
Very true, very true. So you mentioned that you have been writing for like 4 years, 6 books. Now, I want to ask, do you like term your career to be as a successful author?
For myself, when I'm around people who I know won't judge me, or when I'm alone, I do a little pep talk ki yaar बहुत कुछ achieve कर लिया. मतलब I did not think myself doing all this what I am doing right now. But then when others ask me, yesterday also I had posted one story that so much of work and no recognition. So success for everyone would be different. See, my intention behind starting writing was to gain recognition, which fairly, I think, in 4 years I have done a good job for myself. But then when others think of it as monetization or as recognition, awards, certificates, trophies, or something like that, I don't have a single on my name. And that does not even matter to me. So if you think that those recognition and awards decide my success, then okay, I'm not successful. Very frankly, I'm saying that नहीं है मेरे पास एक भी award, नहीं है मेरे पास कोई recognition, and I'm happy with whatever I'm doing. But when I started writing, I never thought I'll reach where today I am. So for me, that's success. Yes, I'm successful. It depends on who is asking me. My answer varies for those depending on who is asking me.
Oh, so anything you want to tell Nilshri for the, I would say for the new budding authors or we work with kids and we encourage kids or anyone who is like wants to write anything. What would be the three things that you would tell them just to focus and concentrate on?
See, this thing I'm telling, being a parent as well as an author. So now that I know there's not much money that is coming in through writing, so at this age, I would ask kids to do not compromise on their studies, but do not give up on their hobby. So that there's a balance they need to strike in with their study time without compromising on their studies and still not letting that power and writing power going for a try to pen down those as well. And the second thing is the second thing would be a recommendation or a suggestion for parents, to be specific. See, I know and I understand that your kid contributing to something brings fame and brings credits, brings name, but expecting monetization out of it at an early age with a little contribution is uh, is not fair. So do not assume that submitting one story or compiling one anthology or anything for that matter related to the creative work, if they are helping us with some of our back end processes, it's not immediate or instant money that will come out of it. See, there is a whole process, and if they are contributing to one little thing, there is already a lot going into it. So it's not affordable to give a fraction to them and then demotivate them, or else take it this way. If we at such an early age, if we let them know that they doing this for us gives them money, their thoughts and their creativity will go to a different line altogether. So this would be the second suggestion. Parents not expecting an instant monetization benefit out of whatever their kids are contributing to, either to explore kids world or anywhere, I would say. The third thing would be for the kids. See, kids, there is nothing right or wrong. Whatever you feel, you should keep on writing. There's always a scope of editing, there's always a scope of improvising, changing, and reframing your sentences, your phrases, your work. You can bring a new form of it altogether. Maybe you wrote something last year and today you think something else about it. You can change it. You have that freedom. So do not hesitate to write. And it does not have to be a hi-fi fancy language. It can be the simplest words. So I have come across a book on KDP right now, which is made up. It's a storybook and it is made up of only three-letter words. All the words in that story are only three-letter words. This is just for, that would be the first book for any reader, for any child who is trying to become a reader, and easy and simplest words that could be put up. So uh, anything can be put into creativity, provided you have that willpower and you show that courage to come out and write. So just keep on writing, do not restrict your words. These are the three suggestions I would like to give.
Very true, very true. And I would like to add that before you start thinking about the whole process and whole thing, what you're going to get, your work being published, your work being acknowledged, the readers reading and telling you that how you're writing. I know you run a magazine called Authropod, and you we take up so many fresh stories from the kids and we publish there. So I think getting that sort of platform also is something you all are blessed with. We did not have it back then. We just
I
wrote
still
it and
remember
kept it.
when my grandfather passed away in 2015, and last year I happened to go to my native, and we were just sorting out his important documents ka file and everything. And every time my name had come in newspaper, he had the cutout of those, and he used to cherish. He had one separate folder for that as well. So that was the kind of I would say charm that these things had. Now that things are easily available, do not make it as a medium of monetization. It's not like everything that you do will give you benefit always. So sometimes it's a learning for you, sometimes it's a learning for us. So take it that way also sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah, very true, very true. So, Nilshi, it was like really, I would say it was a blessed thing today talking to you. And I'm sure the audience also must have got to know you. And before we just wrap up this live, any message for the audience?
Yes, yes. So object plus if is equal to I, which is now newly self-published by me, is available on KDP to read for free. I request you all to download it and read it. Because, as I mentioned earlier, also this book is not bound to any age or does not have any fixed genre. You can open any page and you'll find it nice to read. So that book is something of this sort. So request you to download it and give it a read. Also, I would feel even better if you leave a review, or either personally message me to let me know how you find the book. That would also do. So please do it.
Yeah, and I would also like to add that this book is a book that you must have in your bookshelf, and so the paperback is available. It's available on Amazon.com also, if I am not wrong.
Yes, yes.
So the readers who are not an Indian resident, they can order their copies from Amazon.com. It's available on Amazon.in. It's available on Flipkart and Notion Press website also. We'll be sharing the links once this live is done. So this is something you can gift, you can keep it for yourself. Just having this book in your bookshelf is like a blessing to you, and trust me, mark my words, whenever you are sad, happy, in dilemma, you just pick and a random page will make up your day. And I'm saying this as I've been reading this book for a long time. Like million times I've read the book, and I always find it so new, and such good messages come to me if I read the book. Any part of it also inspires me, it motivates me, it makes my day you know happy when I'm just dull and gloomy. So guys, please go ahead and buy a copy. It will mean a world to us if you do that. And any which
Yes.
ways, the book is free. So yeah, so that is there. If you are like somebody who are an e-reader, you like to read digital way, please go ahead and download it. So thank you so much, Nilshri, for taking out time,
Thank
coming
you.
and sharing your thoughts. I would say brutally honest thoughts. And so see you soon, and wishing you
Yes.
all the best for your future endeavors.
Thank you. Thank you very much for your time. And guys, please do download it. That's the last request I would make for today. Thank you. Make most of your long weekend.
Yeah, thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.